The West Covina real estate market is heating up, and the numbers from January 2026 are telling an interesting story. Let me break it down, what's happening right now, and what it means if you're buying or selling. Hello, I'm Richard Reyes, real estate broker here in West Covina. Every month, I break down the latest market data so you know exactly what's happening in our local market. Not what's happening in LA or California, but right here in West Covina. So let's dive into January 2026 numbers. I'm pulling these straight from the MLS, so this is real data, not speculation. First, let's talk about inventory. How many homes are actually available right now? As of today, January 29th, there are 52 active listings in West Covina. Now here's what's happening. We had only 7 homes listed in December of 2025. But in January, we've seen 23 new listings hit the market. That's more than triple the activity from last month. What does this mean? Sellers are starting to come off the sidelines. We're seeing more inventory, which is good news for buyers who've been frustrated by limited options. More choices mean less competition, and less competition means more negotiating power for buyers. Now let's talk prices, because this is where it gets really interesting. The median list price for homes currently on the market is $888,000. That's up from the $850,000 median we saw in December. But here's the key, and this is important. The median sold price in January was $812,450. Do you see the gap? Homes are listed at $888,000, but they're actually selling at $812,450. That's about a $75,000 difference between asking price and selling price. What does this tell us? Sellers are testing the market with higher prices, but buyers are negotiating and winning. This is not a seller's market where everything sells at asking price or above. There's real room to negotiate right now. If you're a buyer and see a home listed at $900,000, don't assume that's what it'll sell for. Based on January data, you might be able to negotiate it down $825,000 or $850,000. Let's talk about how fast homes are selling. The median days on market in January was just 12 days. The average was 15 days. So while there's room to negotiate on price, good homes are still moving quickly. This tells me we're in a balanced market. Not a crazy seller's market where we have to waive contingencies, but not a dead buyer's market either. We had 16 homes close in January. That's solid activity for a winter month. Typically, January and February are slower months in real estate. So this level of activity is actually encouraging. Here's what this means. If you're a buyer, you can't take weeks to make a decision. Good homes at the right price are still getting offers within 2 weeks. But you do have negotiating power, especially if a home has been sitting for longer than 15 to 20 days. So what kind of market are we in? With 52 active listings and 16 sales in January, we're about a 3-month supply of inventory. In real estate, 6 months is considered balanced. Under 3 months is a seller's market. Over 6 months is a buyer's market. Right now, we're trending toward balanced, leaning slightly in favor of sellers just because homes are still selling within 2 weeks. But that $75,000 gap between list price and sold price tells me buyers have real leverage. If you're a buyer, this is a good time. Inventory is increasing, sellers are willing to negotiate, and you're not competing against 10 other offers like you would have been a year ago. If you're a seller, homes are still selling, but you need to price it right from day one. That $75,000 gap between list and sold prices, that's sellers overpricing and then having to negotiate down. Price it competitively from the start, and you'll get solid offers within the first 2 weeks. Bottom line for January 2026, the West Covina market is active, balanced, and showing signs of more inventory coming. This is actually good news for everyone. Buyers have more choices and negotiating power, and sellers who price correctly are still getting their homes sold quickly. If you're thinking about buying or selling in West Covina, I'd love to help. I put together a free comprehensive buyer's guide with everything you need to know about the market, neighborhoods, schools, and financing. The link is in the description below. And if you want a personalized market analysis for your specific situation, whether you're buying or selling, text or call me at 626-838-6830. All my contact info is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll be doing these market updates every single month. So hit that subscribe button to stay on top of what's happening in West Covina real estate. I'll see you on the next video.